Okay, so recently I did that $500 build that had the 10105F in it, and we had an RX 480 that you can buy an RX 580 for about $130, and some other things that kept the budget down around $520, $530. Well, today we're going to make a few changes to that. Okay, so the reason for this change is that somebody actually reached out to me and thought that it might make a good gift for Christmas and had asked about it. So I figured the RX 480 that's in there, I don't really want to part with. It has sentimental value. It's been with me for quite a while, and I just got it back not too long ago. I don't want to let it out again, but I'm willing to do a small upgrade with a GTX 1660. And to go ahead and kind of offset that a little bit, it will be a little bit more than $500. I was thinking about $550, maybe $600. But we're going to go ahead and make it worth it because we're going to put some RGB lighting in there. We're going to put some SP120 Corsair fans. It's got a lighting core node or whatever it's called in there. It's got the light controller in there, and of course the RGB fans. So we'll put that in. We'll take those other fans out. We will go ahead and put these in, and then we'll take a look to see what the performance is like. The performance should be a little bit better than what's currently on there. I will look to see if it's a major difference. If it is, I'll go ahead and rerun some benchmarks. Otherwise, we'll just go ahead and go with a couple of basics and let you guys know what some of the basic frame rates are, and we'll go from there. But let's see how it turns out, you know? All right, so one of the first steps we have to do is actually take the other fans out, which we've done now. So now I get to put the Corsair fans in, and then I'm going to have to route them and find room on the back to put the lighting module. I don't know, I might put it there, I might put it there. We'll see where it fits. Yeah, so we'll fit it back here somewhere, get everything wired up, and get it good to go. All right, the front ones are in, and then I noticed these screws are just a little bit different color. Well, they're all the same color, but they're not black like the case is. But never fear, the screen will cover those up. So by the time we get the screen and the grill on the front, nobody's going to be able to tell, and those will be fine. But they all do look the same, and I didn't notice them when I took them off of there, so I doubt anybody's going to notice them when I put them back on. So I got everything in, and they actually give you double-sided tape, 3M stuff. You can cut off what you need, put it on there. I only needed one small strip, probably about that long. It stayed on there pretty well. It's pretty secure. It could be a little straighter, but it's not, so there. The cable management is not horrible. It's always going to be a rat's nest down there, but I mean the rest of it's not bad. So I think we're ready to start testing this out. We should have everything in here connected, put together. I did have to route. There's one, you can barely see it right there. There's a header for a fan right there. There's one that's underneath. The USB connectors are on top of each other underneath here. It's a little bit cramped, but we got it all connected. I did go ahead and hook one fan up, this one right here, to the CPU optional, which should be fine. There shouldn't be any problems there. And then, so now all we have to do is just, I've already got the power turned on, I think. Turn the power switch on. We got light, that's a good thing. Going through cycling. And we're going to have a boot. Alright, so I got to take care of some stuff. I got to put some software on here to control these lights and the fans. And then we'll go from that. I'm trying to figure out what kind of theme, what kind of color, what kind of theme to put on it. Alright, so for the time being we have red and green. Yeah, it's a Christmas present, right? Or it could be. So, yeah, I'll show them how to work the IQ software and all that stuff so they can set up whatever they want. But for right now, yeah, maybe that's okay. So in an interesting twist with this system, we might be doing something different. So it's a couple days later, and some things have changed a little bit. Now, performance on this is going to do fairly well, and I will go ahead and I'll kind of put a graph up here. I'm not going to go all the way through it. This 1660, we just did a video not too long ago on the 1660. The performance for this particular processor is going to be very close to the same thing as the 3600 that I used for that build. It's more the GPU that holds it back than the processor. So with what we were doing, those performance numbers are going to be pretty close to the same. But in the meantime, this might not have ended up being somebody's Christmas present. I haven't gotten back to me yet. But my friend Dustin did, and he might be looking for a computer. So now we, instead of having a 4-core 8-thread with a 1660, a GTX 1660 in it, we might have to do something a little bit different. He wants something a little bit more powerful. So we're looking at maybe a 6-core 12-thread with an RTX 3060 in it. In which case I'll have to kind of pivot, and that will be a follow-up video to this one. But we got this one built. It works out well, and pretty happy with it for the time being. So we'll see what has to change and what we have to do and what that ends up looking like. You know? So stay tuned. I didn't mean this to be a part 1 of a part 2, or part 1 of 2, or whatever the case may be. But it looks like it might turn out to be that way. So we'll just hang around. We'll find out. I'm waiting to hear back from him. I should talk to him later today or tomorrow. It is getting pretty close to Christmas, but he's got stuff going on after Christmas that he actually would need it for. So that's why I'm not in that big of a. It's not that big of a rush, not that big of a hurry, and I'm not in any kind of panic. We'll get this done right for him if that's what he wants, and if not, we'll help him find what he wants, and we'll get it going that way. In either case, I've already got most of the build done, so I might as well go ahead and do the mock-up. And I haven't tested the 11400 with 3060 yet, so we'll try that, and we'll share some numbers. But like I said, that's going to be another video. Sorry about that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all those YouTube things and all that stuff. Maybe you got something out of this. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. For me, I thought it was going to end up being a nice Christmas present for somebody. It hasn't turned out that way, but it's okay because yeah, you always got to be adaptable in this business and what we're doing. And if you don't learn how to change, then you're just stagnant. You stay the same. Nobody ever does anything better. And you always want to try to do better, right? Speaking of that, don't forget to hit me up on all the socials, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But the one thing better you can do is just be nice to somebody, especially this season, folks. Wave, smile, hold the door open, say hi, something. Make somebody's day. It doesn't cost that much to be nice. Doesn't cost anything to be nice. Doesn't cost anything to smile at all. So give it a shot. You might find you like it. They might enjoy it too. Somebody might smile and wave back to you. Who knows? Until next time, when I work on this build a little bit more, and I've got an update for my winter updates to let you guys know what's going on with this channel, the other channel, website, and all that other good stuff. So stay tuned because it's a coming. Till then, I will see you later.